Good morning, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get settled, now's a good time to grab anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe it's a cup of coffee or tea. Also, if you have items at home and you'd like to smudge, it's a good time to grab these items as we begin to ignite the healing within. If you don't have smudge at home, relatives, that's okay. We'll send some cleansing, healing, and positive energy your way. It's a new day. It's another sunrise and another sunset. This is our opportunity to gauge how we're feeling and decide how we want to move forward on our wellness path today. Sending cleansing and positive healing energy your way. Aloha, kakahiaka, hello and good morning. My name is Malia and I'm a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a non-profit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities, and also victims of crime. You can join us here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. where we will always breathe, stretch, incorporate self-care and wellness into our daily lives, and we will always honor our cultural traditions, our customs, our ancestry, our strength, and our resilience. So thank you for joining us this morning, relatives. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our HIR Wellness team members who are here with us to support you in this virtual circle of care. We have one of our occupational therapy interns, Summer Wilborn. Good morning, Summer. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here with us. Summer, like myself, relatives, we are here in this virtual circle of care to bring our knowledge and our backgrounds, our experiences, and just generally our love and support to you in a way that's holistic. I'm a community healer, which doesn't mean I'm a shaman or a medicine woman, although I often admit I wish I was. What a community healer is somebody who helps to hold up that mirror for you in a gentle, loving, and intentional way to remind you not only that you are loved, that you are worthy of love, but also that you are the medicine. That's what a community healer does. We remind you that when we're in these moments together, intentionally focusing on our collective healing and our individual healing, that we are one of the most powerful ways of healing. We are the medicine. You are the medicine. Also, as an advocate, I'm here to support you when you need help as far as emotional support, as far as seeking maybe other resources that might be helpful to you, as far as helping you when you are feeling down or where you don't know where to turn to. As an advocate, we can offer things like legal support. We don't have legal people on our team, but we have people who can provide you with those resources. If you're going through things that involve the legal system or the court systems, advocates can be there to help you, maybe even just to sit with you. As an advocate, I can be here to pray with you. I can be here to breathe with you. I can be here just to help you do whatever it is that you need to do on your healing path. Summer is an occupational therapy intern. She's here to help you with the mind-body connection. She can help you live your best life. She can help you in a way that's sensory, in a way that whatever challenges that you may face in life, this is the way at least that I perceive occupational therapists are those people that help you take the sensory world around you and your goals and your needs and your desires and whatever it is you need to live your best life. An occupational therapist is there to help you make those connections. So just know, relatives, when you're here in these virtual circles of care, sometimes there's therapists here. Sometimes there's occupational therapists. Sometimes there's community healers. Sometimes there's advocates. Sometimes there's Indigenous affairs directors. But know that no matter who is here from our team, that we are truly here to support you, to remind you that you're loved, to let you know that you're not alone. And with that, relatives, let's do a check-in. How are you today? How are you doing? How are you? And I mean this in a very genuine way. As I'm asking how you are, I'm asking you to consider today at this very moment that if you're not okay, that this is a safe place for you to talk about it. If you're not okay, for those of our relatives that are not okay, it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. That's part of our life. It ebbs and flows. It's okay not to be okay. So how are you doing? You can take that mask off if you need to. Heck, actually, taking the mask off, at least in my healing journey, was something that's absolutely necessary. I've been learning to take that mask off because I'll be honest with the traumas, that we experience, and we all experience trauma. A lot of the times, what we learn to do is pretend like everything's okay. And we bury it deep, and we swallow it, and we suppress it, and we pretend that it doesn't bother us. We pretend that it doesn't hurt us. But the thing about it is, with the trauma, is that maybe your mind even might forget it. Your mind might just shut it down. Your mind might literally erase it from your brain, or not even allow it to get into your brain. But the other parts of your body remember. Your spirit remembers. Your physical body remembers. Your emotional body is when we suppress the things that hurt us, when we suppress that trauma, our emotional and our physical body, our emotional body gets confused about it. It's like we might not know why we feel anxious. We might not know those exact events that give us that feeling of not being enough, or give us that feeling of, something's always going to go wrong. So even though you might not recall those memories moment for moment, we might not be able to talk about those traumas for exactly what they are and what they did to us, because we're so used to suppressing. And so that's why when you come here, I say, come as you are. Allow yourself to take that mask off. Literally just allow yourself to take it off, and know that if and when you're ready for that, because I can't tell you, you have to do it. I don't want to tell you have to do it. But when you decide that you're ready, know that this is a safe place for you to do that. On our healing journeys, when we start taking that mask off and we start saying, hey, you know what? I don't need to suppress these feelings of not being enough anymore. I don't need to suppress these feelings of hurt anymore. I don't need to act like everything's okay when it's not. That is so liberating. And what it does is it allows us to release some hurt. It allows us to be accepting of ourselves for what we need. It allows us to begin processing that pain, because you can hide your pain deep. I had always been one of those people who hid it so deep I didn't even know that I had anything that really needed to be processed. Prior to my healing journey, I honestly didn't think I needed that much healing. As a matter of fact, the way that manifested for me, from suppressing it and from pretending like everything was okay and from burying it deep, a couple things happened. One of the things that happened is I became very righteous. I became very faultless. I felt like, I wasn't making any mistakes because I didn't have any, of course I've, making mistakes day to day, but in my trauma, I started playing the role of almost as if there was nothing wrong with me, therefore I had nothing to heal, therefore I had nothing to change, therefore any trauma that was arising or anything that happened was not my fault. And I'm not talking about shaming anyone here, because I'm certainly not shaming anyone or shaming myself, but what it did was it gave me this illusion that I didn't have anything that I needed to really work on, and therefore when things happened to me, it made me feel that I had no control. It made me feel that I had to seek that control. It made me feel that the problems were not something I could resolve on my own. It made me feel as if I was not the medicine. And so in a roundabout way, what I'm saying, relatives, is when you come here, if you got something that you want to process, if you got something that you want to let go of, if you want to just start even entertaining the thought of, hey, you know what, I don't know what it's all about, I'm not sure, I just have this feeling inside me, this intuition that tells me that, there are some things that need to be released. And even just that, even just standing on your path and reflecting and realizing, yeah, today you maybe feel awesome, I hope you do. Today maybe you feel hopeful, and I hope you do. Today you might feel strong, and you are. But today you might also feel tired. Today you might feel uncertain. You actually might not even know what you feel today, and that's okay. It's okay. Wherever you are is okay. If you're frustrated, it's okay. If you're angry, it's okay. If you're scared, it's okay. Maybe you're struggling with moments of, am I enough? Maybe you might even be feeling confused as to why you feel a certain way. Maybe you don't understand it quite yet, and that's okay too. There is no timeline. There is no deadline. There's no deadline on your healing journey. There is no point of expiration in which it's too late. There is no failure. And to be quite honest, relatives, in some ways, in healing, there really is no finish line. Yes, we can heal ourselves from things, but the healing journey is always. It's always. It doesn't stop. And some days we can bring that 100%, and some days we can't bring it more than 0.5%. And that's okay. And when you're feeling like on your healing journey that you don't know how you're going to move, you don't know how you're going to crawl, You don't even know if you want to do this anymore. That's when you come to community activated medicine. That's when you come to the people who today feel stronger than you do. That's when you come for solace. And by solace, I mean those things in your medicine kit that can quell that pain. Because pain is part of life, just as joy and love and laughter is. And it's how we move with it. One of my mentors, she taught me that, we come through our path and journey of life, and it's like we're going down a river. And on that river, we undoubtedly will reach those boulders. These obstacles that stand in our way. Those boulders might be our fear. Those boulders might be our limiting beliefs. Those boulders might be the trauma that we keep suppressing. Those boulders might be individuals that we keep allowing in our lives despite knowing that they're hurting us. Those boulders can be a lot of things. And if we imagine ourselves as a fallen leaf in the currents, or as a flower blossom that's floating on the surface down the river, we might come across one of these boulders. But instead of being stuck, we can allow ourselves to float around it. So with this check-in, relatives, and we'll check in every day, every time we meet, you can always, always, always take off the mask. You can always, always come and say, today I'm not feeling like I'm enough. You can always come and say, today I'm scared, or I'm worried, or I don't know what to do. And conversely, relatives, I want you to know that in community activated medicine, we can always celebrate your feats. We can celebrate your accomplishments. Heck, you don't even need to come here with accomplishments. We can just celebrate you. We can celebrate any action or intention that you have that moves towards letting go, that moves towards loving yourself, that moves you towards being your authentic self. We can celebrate your birthday. We can celebrate you. We can celebrate anything that you need. So whether today you feel like you're walking in a valley, or if you feel like you're standing on the top of the cliffs, whether you feel like you're standing in the shadows of the dark side of the moon, or you feel like you're bathed in the golden light of a full moon, wherever you're at, we are circular people. We are not linear. We understand that even though we fall, we will also rise. And that even though we might be shrouded in darkness, that we will also be bathed in light. So you come however you come. Whether you're joyful or whether you're sorrowful. And we will celebrate that about you. Or we will hold space for you. Hi Makanit, good morning. I see you. Aloha. Summer says good morning to everyone. She says, relatives, we are here to help support you in anything that you need. In what you need. We are here for you. Indigo says good morning, everyone. Good morning, Indigo. How you doing today? Or as I say in Hawaii, how's it? How you doing, Indigo? Summer says the same to you, Indigo. Peggy Ann, good morning. Peggy Ann says good morning. Today, I'm feeling tired. My daughter is due in August. Last night, she had a false alarm. She texted me in the middle of the night and said, baby girl isn't ready to come out yet. So with that, I'm glad they're safe. Aw. Peggy Ann, thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your share. Looking forward to hearing when baby girl is here. And in the meantime, I hope you get some rest. Yeah. So relatives, that's why we're here. We're here for you. We're here to reflect. We're here to reflect. And with that, we can go ahead and talk about our morning elixirs. One of my favorite actions of self-care and wellness is my morning ritual of whatever it is, the first thing that I'm going to put into my body. And that always starts with an elixir. Maybe it's a cup of water. Maybe it's, you take your vitamins and have a protein shake or a smoothie. Maybe it's coffee. Maybe it's tea. Maybe it's kombucha. Whatever it is. Please do feel free to share what's in your cup this morning. And I'll share what's in my cup this morning. I have been drinking a lot of water this morning. Not quite this much. I only filled it halfway, but my goal every day is to drink at least one of these, sometimes two, sometimes three. And so I love this bottle. Yeah, water is my go-to. Oftentimes I love tea, but to be quite honest, for me, I've been deciding that for my morning routine as of lately is I need a little extra moments to take it slow. I need a little extra moment to sleep in and get out of bed slowly. So instead of brewing my tea, I've been just going to water. And I still feel great, and I have time for tea later in the day. So relatives, please feel free to share what is in your morning elixir today. You can inspire other relatives here who are watching, who've maybe kind of forgotten about some of the elixirs that they can have or want to change it up. Or, maybe they want to try something new. So I want to say a toast to our relatives out there. I want to remind you in some of the last days of July that you are the medicine. You are the most profound and key part of your healing. This is your journey. Know that you are not alone, but you are leading this journey. You are determining yourself. You are courageous. You are strong. You are powerful. You are loved. You are worthy of love, and you deserve love. May you take actions today, like you are at this very moment, to honor yourself, to move towards what it is that makes you feel authentic, that gives you the life that you want, that allows you to lead and live in the way that you choose to. Cheers to you, relatives, for your strength, for your power, for being who you are. Flaws and all, you are absolutely beautiful. Summer reminds us, relatives, you are the medicine. And with that, let's go into some deep breathing. Today for a deep breathing, what I'd like to do is for our relatives out there, I want you to think about some of those things that might be holding you back. Perhaps it's an emotion. Perhaps it's a feeling. What's some of those things that you're holding on to that are inside your heart, that are inside your spirit, that are inside your mind, that are inside your body? What's something that you're holding on to, even if it's one thing that you want to release? Maybe it's exhaustion. Maybe it's substance. Maybe it's a toxic substance. Maybe it's limiting feelings, limiting thoughts. Maybe it's a toxic relationship. Maybe it's the hurt and pain of a past traumatic event, or something that nags inside of you that just feels like it needs to go. It feels like it's this foreign object that may be causing some sort of unrest, or some unwellness, or some sickness, or some belief that somehow we don't deserve better. Let's take a moment to breathe today, this morning. Let's scan our bodies and search inside, whether it's your heart or your tummy. Maybe it's a feeling in your knees, or maybe in your feet you might feel like you're not grounded. Let's take a moment to identify something that we can release at this very moment. Something that we can release right now without overthinking whether we can really let it go, without overthinking, how long is this going to take, without overthinking any of that. Let's just take the moment to release what needs to be released. We can do this in our breathing. We can sit, lay, or recline, however you choose to. You can even place your hands on your heart if you like. And let's just take this moment right now to identify any of those feelings if you have them, any of those thoughts if you have them, any of these emotions or pains if you have them. Pick a time, pick a moment, pick a pain, pick a thought, pick something to release. You can close your eyes if you want to, but you never have to. And we're going to take a deep inhale through the nose. Deep inhale and exhale through the mouth. Take a deep inhale, identifying that feeling or that emotion. Breathing in that healing energy and exhaling and releasing. Dig deep if you need to. Scan the body, find where it sits. Take a deep inhale, let that healing energy wash over that pain, wash over what needs to be released. Let it dissolve all of the things that are keeping it stuck in your body or stuck around you. Take a deep inhale, breathing that healing energy. Let it dissolve, let it move, and release. Let it dissolve, let it move, let it release. Taking that emotion, taking that feeling and those setbacks, breathing it in, washing that healing breath, moving that energy outwards as we exhale and release. Bringing in that deep breath, that healing energy. Let it move towards the areas. Let your body guide you. Let your spirit guide you to where that healing energy needs to go. Let it move to your heart. Let it move to your mind. Let it move to those areas of pain in your body, to those areas of tension in your body. Taking in a deep breath. Bringing in that healing energy. Allowing that healing energy to wash over your body. Those feelings of tension and discomfort that are in our mind, that are in our hearts, that are in our tummy, that lie where they are. Taking in that deep breath and that healing energy, let it circulate. Let it wash over those feelings. Let it wash over that pain. Let it break up those pains. Let it break up those deeply buried feelings. Let it surface. And exhale and release it. Deep inhale. Let that healing energy circulate over us. Deep inhale. And exhale. And release. One more deep breath, relatives. Bring in that healing energy. Allow yourself to say, I'm releasing the pain. I am releasing this pain. I am releasing right now at this very moment that limiting belief. I am releasing these actions, thoughts, or behaviors that allow me to continue to be hurt, that allow me to continue to feel that I am not enough. Right now, allow yourself to release this in our breath and in our mind and in our spirit and in our heart. Let it wash away. Let it dissipate into the air. Imagine it washing away down this river. How'd that feel, relatives? I have a question for you. As I have a big old spider hanging off my foot. Sorry. I had a spider. She's still on me. You need to go. I kind of was thinking I'm going to have a spider on me, and sure enough, there she was. She was big. Hopefully she is no longer on me. Anyways, relatives, when you were breathing, if you chose to do that breathing exercise, if you want to share, let us know what surfaced. Did you have any specific thought that came to mind? Did you have a memory that came to mind? Did you have a feeling? Was your body experiencing anything? What did you release? These are just some thoughts to think about. You don't have to answer them, but by all means, relatives, know. If you need to talk about it, reminder, we are here. That is why I am here. That is why we are here. We are here for you to process it, for you to release it, for you to talk about it, for you not to have shame about it. This is your safe place. Oh my gosh, that is a huge spider. You want to see a spider? Okay, well, you're thinking about that. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad this was not the spider that was on me, because I would have dropped my phone. Look at that! Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay, so that spider is literally like the size of, all the way around, she's probably a good 3 inches. Ah! Ah! Woo! I'm trying to stay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, relatives. So sorry. Woo! Now, if that was the spider that was on me, I never would have. I think this phone would be in the water, but goodness, my goodness. She needs to stay where she was. She needs to stay there. Woo! Ah. Tracy says yikes. For real, Tracy. Oh my gosh. Woo! I got the chills. Anyways, relatives. When we were doing that exercise, or really just about anything that might be surfacing for you right now, let us know. Let us know what's surfacing for you. Alice, good morning. Alice says, I love the breathe in something I need and breathing out something that no longer serves me. I often breathe in forgiveness and breathe out shame and guilt. Alice, I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Alice breathed in something she needs, and she breathed out something that did not serve her. And she breathed in forgiveness, and she breathed out shame and guilt. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. I love that, Alice. Thank you. So today, relatives, when you're breathing, or let me put it like this. Today, you might have those moments of stress, of feeling not enough, of worry, of sadness, whatever those feelings are that don't serve us, or maybe there are feelings that serve us because they prompt us to reflect. But when you have those feelings of emotional, mental, physical, spiritual discomfort, I invite you today to remember to go back to that breath, to allow yourself to scan your body and recognize, hey, right now I'm sitting with this. I'm sitting with this. And then allow yourself to breathe in what it is that you need. If you have fear, breathe in love. If you have pain, breathe in comfort. If you feel like you're not enough, breathe in, I am enough. Breathe that in and release what is holding its place. Release what might be emotionally or physically or mentally or spiritually holding you hostage. Allow yourself to recognize what it is that you're feeling. Allow yourself to forgive yourself if you don't feel like you're enough. Allow yourself to forgive yourself if you need when you make mistakes. Today, what you might breathe in is forgiveness. And what you might breathe out is your mistakes. Alice says, you are blessed with Spider Woman medicine today. Okay, relatives out there. I love the Spider Woman medicine. I love to hear that. Thank you, Alice. But what is Spider Woman medicine? Because, whoo! Oh, that was a big spider. I'm not arachnophobic. I will never kill a spider. I don't kill things. I don't even kill ants. But that girl made me nervous. Woo, that was a big girl. Whoa, she was big and fast. And what the heck is she doing on a rock? This rock is in the middle of the water, which means she somehow traversed the water to get to the rock. And she was huge. So that freaks me out. But no, seriously, Alice, and any of our relatives out there. Culture is medicine. Our ancestral wisdom is medicine. And right now, I'm asking you, relatives, if you know anything about spider medicine, please let me know. Because I feel like I'm deep in it right now. I feel like the spiders are trying to tell me something. It might be to get out of their way. I'm not sure. Indigo says, she was attracted to your good vibes. Give the spider some healing love. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I think she's still over there. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you, Alice. I do love our creatures, even the 8-leggeds, but ugh, they're a little close for comfort today when they're crawling on my legs. But I appreciate that. It was interesting too because as we were reflecting and doing some deep breathing, these two birds came, this big log. I'll show you this log right here. It's almost as if our energy moves things in nature. I know as a practitioner of hula, we do believe this. We do believe that our energy, the earth energy moves us and we can move it. And we are a conduit. We are these vessels by which we take that earth energy and we are catalyst. Oh, I just saw something jump out of the water. That was cool. But we are catalysts by which we can feel and experience that energy, and we can transform that energy. Oh my gosh, there goes this. Oh, the spider went under the rock in the water. She is under the rock in the water. How did she do that? Anyways, we can take this energy and we can transform it. And I don't come from so Native Hawaiians, we don't have a medicine wheel, but our Turtle Island relatives, I think that's so beautiful because from a Native Hawaiian perspective, I understood the medicine wheel is so close to my heart. I don't fully understand. I don't understand the medicine wheel, okay? But I'm learning about it. I learned from all of you, But what I perceive from it is that our Turtle Island relatives knew and always inherently knew that the medicine is around us. The medicine is all people. The medicine is all our relatives. The medicine is our elements. And in hula, we feel that way too. And so when we were, reflecting and when we were breathing, these two beautiful birds, I think they were kingfishers or fishers, I don't know. They looked not like birds I see. They came flying right by here. And then it was just before this big log that's been stuck here for days just moved. It was really beautiful. And yesterday we did a chant, and the chant that I sent out to all of us was, asking for our ancestors to give us signs by reverberations in the wind or movement in the sky or movement just through our earth. And I felt like that was what we call ho'ailona. Ho'ailona is like these signs that we see in nature. It might be like a strong gust of wind, or a bird that we know is talking to us, or a spider that's crawling on us, or ho'ailona. That's what we call that. Those are the signs that our ancestors and our ancestral guardians and our animal guardians are telling us to pay attention. So I want to leave us with that chant again. Well, I'll go to the comments first because I know we have some. Indigo's laughing. Indigo. Ah, she's back. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in on her because she is freaking. I mean, she's beautiful, but she's freaky beautiful. So here she is. You see her? See her there? She's just kicking it. She's dipping her little legs into the water there. She's not scared. Whatever she's got coming her way, it's not too big for her. Woo! She's so big, she looks like an octopus. She reminds me of an octopus. So, Peggy says that's funny. I don't like spiders either. They're creepy. Indigo says, I used to have arachnophobia. I got over it, but a really big one will still freak me out. Well, let me tell you, she's freaking me out. She's freaking me out. But, okay, I'll stop. Alright, so this chant, the chant is asking for our protection, and it's asking for all of these things. So I'll tell you what I'll chant on our behalf for us. Guardians from the rising to the setting of the sun. Guardians from the zenith to the horizon. Our ancestral guardians who came before us, who stand behind us, who came after us, who stand before us. Our guardians who stand behind us in divinity and in the heavens. We ask that you give us signs through the reverberation in the wind. Give us guidance for movement in the sky. Give us guidance for those things that move, those things that we can see, those signs that we can experience and understand that was our ancestors, our ancestral guardians, letting us know, that are communicating with us. We ask that our guardians take care of us. They take care of you, our relatives of Turtle Island, and your ancestors that came before us. We ask that our ancestral guardians, our spirit guardians, take care of us all. And in this, the heavens shall grow. And in this, the earth shall grow. And we'll ask for that insight to be able to see, maybe not necessarily seeing with the eyes, but seeing here and seeing with the spirit. I'll ask our guardians to give us strength. I'll ask our guardians to give us intelligence. I'll ask our guardians to give us that deep action of righteousness within us. Ask us to give us what we need. Ask us to be compelled to move with righteousness. To move. She is gone. I don't know where she went. Okay, I'm moving my legs. Okay, to ask our guardians to give us intuition. To ask our guardians to speak to us with intuition. To ask our guardians to give us that intuition, to let us know that we're on the right path, that we're making the right actions, and to ask our guardians for mana, for the energy. We're asking for all of these things. I'll ask on our behalf. Na amakua mai kalahiki a kalako. Mai ka ho'oku ia kahala vai. Na amakua ya kahina kua ya kahina alo ya kaukau I kalani. O kiha I kalani. O ve I kalani. Nunulu I kalani kaholo I kalani. E a ka pula pula a o ko, o relatives of Turtle Island. O relatives of universe. O relatives of black, white, red, and yellow. O relatives of all nations. E malama oko yamako. E ulu I kalani. E ulu I kahunua. E ulu I kapai aina o Mother Earth. O Turtle Island. E homai ka ike. E homai ka ikaika. E homai ke akamai. E homai ke mopopopono. E homai ka ike papa lua. E homai ka mana. Pay attention, relatives, if you believe so. If you believe, if you feel compelled by that, if you connected to spirit in that way. Pay attention to what is being told to you today by the movements in the sky, the reverberations in the wind. Maybe it comes as a whisper from the heavens. Maybe you see or feel something at some moment that makes you feel compelled to pay attention. To pay attention to what's going on here, to pay attention to what's going on here, to pay attention to what's going on around you. And if you feel so compelled, trust that that is your message of divine guidance from your ancestral guardians. As a Native Hawaiian woman, as Kamnaka Maoli, that's what I believe. If you believe that too, awesome. If you don't, please access whatever you need in your medicine kit today. Whatever you need for guidance to compel you and move you forward on your journey of self-care, wellness, and mental health. Alice says, to get to you, Spider Woman, a master weaver, wove the web of the universe and signal of awakening of creative energies. We are all part of this web. You are weaving healing opportunities and options for all who are listening. Spider asks to seek balance of spiritual and physical. Weave today the dreams you want tomorrow, linking past and future. Interesting, a stuck log was suddenly released. Alice, I feel like you're just channeling lots of mana, lots of energy, and lots of wisdom today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all for your insight and your wisdom and your beauty. I want to say mahalo nui loa. Thank you for being the most important part of this virtual circle of care. You are the medicine. There is nobody like you on this planet. You are you. You are beautiful. You are whole. Just being here, even if you didn't comment, your energy that comes to this intentional collective of healing is powerful. It is powerful. Ma'alama pono iko kino. Take good care of your body and your heart and your mind and your spirit. Take care of it because it matters. Take care of it because your wellness matters. Because even though you are an individual who has a right to pursue your happiness, you have a right to joy, you have a right to your dreams, you have a right to your goals, you have a right to know that you are not enough. But also know that when you heal yourself, when you take the moment to reflect on who it is and what you need and how you want to move forward on your wellness path, not only do you heal you heal the traumas and the pain that has happened for your ancestors. You heal the traumas and the pain so that we no longer have to let this pain persist into the next generation. When you take the moment to recognize that you are enough and your healing is deserving, you are 100% worthy of this healing. When you do this, the collective becomes stronger because that energy, we are each and every one of us individuals are part of this whole that we call the universe. You strengthen the universe that way by strengthening yourself. Aloha nui, huge love to you all, relatives. Huge love because not only do you deserve love, not only you are enough, that love should come to you. Love is you. Love is here right now at this moment. You are love. Remember that you are the love and that you are loved. Seeking that self-love is worth it. Taking that moment in yourself is worth it. Taking that time to bring out the ugly, to bring out the trauma is worth it. Even if it seems harder, it's worth it. It's worth it. Because you're worth it. Before we go, there's a community survey link to this video. This is where I'm going to ask for some reciprocity. As far as I know, doesn't anybody like a survey? I myself don't like a survey, but please, relatives, take this survey and the link right here. It's completely anonymous. It asks just a few questions. I ask for this reciprocity because this survey is how the HIR Wellness Institute is able to keep offering all of our services, all of our programs, all of our advocacy, all of our self-care and mental health, all of our community-activated medicine, all of our activism. This is how we're able to keep it all at zero cost to you, is this survey. I don't know. That's how we report. That's what we got to do. We got to have the survey. So please take it. And relatives, if you've taken it before, our needs change from day to day. Please take it again. Because it's going to help us to understand how to serve you. And that is what we're passionate about. That's why we're here. We are literally here for you. We are literally here for you. We are for you and you and you and especially you. I'm here too on my healing journey. None of us are greater than. We're all in this circle right now. That's why we call it a virtual circle. I'm not here to be a sage. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm just here as a human being just like you. And when you bring your collective energy, when you bring your knowledge, when you bring your wisdom, when you bring your medicine, you're healing me too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're just some humble human beings here just trying to get by, right? We're just some humble human beings trying to unlock our power and remember who we are. I want to say have a beautiful Thursday, everyone. Remember, take moments today to breathe. If you're sitting with something, if there's something that hurts, if there's something that doesn't feel right, take a moment to breathe. Ask for guidance from your ancestors. Go deeper within. Release what needs to come out. Ahui ho'aku no. So much love to you. We'll see you all later. And aloha.